All right, so we're here today for the second interview for the Make Him Yours channel inclusion person. I'm really excited to bring someone in who can relate to the audience and who can also bring out and push their own comfort zone and help me with the demos outside of the house. So that's something that Jamia is not as passionate about, and that's why we're bringing someone, or maybe a few people, into the channel. This is Nat today. I think you're gonna love Nat's story. She's so relatable. I'm really excited for you to meet her. Let's go upstairs and grab her, shall we? So I didn't actually meet Nat online where many of the applicants have come from. I met Nat at the vet practice. Nat was actually a client. She fosters cats for the practice and takes care of the ones that have come in or been left on the doorstep, the strays. Let's go meet her. Hello, how's it going? Oh, I'm so well. Mwah. Okay, we're gonna head downstairs and we're gonna hear a little bit about you.
Okay.
Let's go downstairs. Thank you so much for coming in, Nat.
No worries at all, my pleasure.
This is probably a bit different for you because unlike many of the other applicants who maybe have been in front of a camera before, there's a few actresses that have come in. Right. Probably not something you've done, would I be right?
Not a whole lot, not a whole lot, no. No.
So we met at the vet practice.
We did, yeah.
Where you've been fostering some beautiful cats, kittens for us for the practice.
Yeah.
And I just heard your story, you're in the Facebook group and you told me a little bit about it, and when we said what was going on with the channel and bringing someone in, you said, hey, I'd still love to get involved with that. I'd love to share some of my story and my struggles. And you've had your share of struggles, some of which you've told me about.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about you, your family life and the struggles you've come to that the Make Him Yours audience could relate to.
Well, look, I'm a single mum of two.
Yeah. Two beautiful kids that were all over my legs in the clinic. I'm literally walking with like a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old attached to each leg.
They love hard. Okay.
They're cute kids.
Yeah, they are. And that I feel like is something that a lot of women can relate to. Like being newly single, they've got kids, they don't know how to work their new lifestyle. Like it's hard, it's a big adjustment. And that's, I think, something that they would be able to relate to. Yeah. And
how long have you been single? You said you're newly single. How long have you been single for?
6 months.
6 months. And was that a long-term relationship with the dad? Or?
Yes, yeah. So 10-year relationship.
Okay, right.
So basically all of my 20s.
One person with all your 20s, yeah. And that obviously didn't work out. Now, I guess delve in and talk about whatever you're comfortable talking in about. You sort of said, look, there were parts of that relationship that were frankly quite toxic.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of single mums, a lot of women could relate to that side of things and, getting out of a toxic relationship that they perhaps have spent too long in. What was your sort of experience in terms of getting out and escaping that environment?
It was a long-term plan. Like it's not something that happened suddenly. It didn't happen overnight. I think over about a period of 3 years was when 3 years ago was when I started planning. And like at the time I had two very young, very dependent kids.
Yeah, they would have been 2 and 1 or so.
Yeah, exactly. And we were living pretty far away. We were pretty isolated from my family. And I just found I was doing
geographically far away.
Geographically far away, yeah. Like just far away enough that I couldn't just call up someone and be like, hey, can you look after the kids for the night? Because, so I can go somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, so that really affected me mentally. Like I did go into a depression, and then that led to social anxiety, and then that just made the cycle worse. So, and
your self-esteem kind of
big time
went down.
Yeah. So I decided probably about then that I was not going to be with my partner forever, but I really had to work on myself to get myself in a position where I could leave. Because financially, emotionally, I just wasn't able to.
Wow, yeah.
So I guess the first stop was get a good psychologist and start there and start working on self-esteem and, rebuilding myself. and then planning on moving back to Brisbane, where my family and friends support network is. And then once I was back in Brisbane, then I could look for a job and, you know, then get myself financially stable, get my confidence back, and that all combined over a 3-year-ish period. That's basically what's led me here.
Right, so what inspired that? Because you're in a bad place, you're in a dark place, you've got no self-esteem, your support network's not around you. How do you have the foresight, even in a state of depression, to say, I'm going to make a 3-year plan? Because that's a lot of foresight.
Well, yeah.
And work your way out of that. How does, if someone's in that position now, how do you, like, that's so inspiring. How does that happen?
The first step is seeking that initial help. And with a good psychologist, like, that's where, you know, she gave me the confidence to say, like, if you don't want to do this, like, we can work on, you know, building you up to get out of this situation.
Right.
I do remember vividly just looking at myself in the mirror one morning and being like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, I just did not recognize who I was, like, physically, emotionally, just was just not me. Oh, it just wasn't me. I didn't recognize
lost
myself.
Yourself, and you really recognize
absolutely.
That. Right.
Yeah.
And what would you say to other women who are maybe sitting out there now going, in this relationship, I've lost myself, and they've hit that mirror point? What would you say to them if they're right at the beginning of this journey?
Just seek help, even if it's from one person. Just having that support person there who knows what's going on and who you can call on for anything you need. Like, a problem halved is a problem. Oh, sorry. What am I trying to say? Problem shared is a problem halved.
Yeah. I love that.
And it just lifts a huge amount of weight off your shoulders when somebody else is there supporting you.
Yeah.
That would be the first step, I would say.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. What a story. Wow, you've come so far, and obviously, you know, you feel you've got more work to do. You've said that to me. You've come a long way, an incredibly long way, and it's super inspiring. Moving to, I guess, part of what we're talking about on the channel, which is a little more of the classic sort of extroverted skill set, which is learning, putting yourself out there, chatting to people. This is something, you know, I'm an introvert. I've come from a background of social anxiety. Do you consider yourself an introvert as
definitely.
well? So you're a fellow introvert, so you kind of get it. So I guess what do you think you would bring to the table in terms of if we head outside, or we head to, say, a bar or a dog park or somewhere to chat to people? What would you bring that maybe the other candidates wouldn't necessarily be able to bring?
Well, if the other candidates are a bit extroverted, then the lovely viewers will be able to see how awkward it is for an introvert.
Nice, I like that.
To approach people. And it can be super awkward, especially when you have that little bit of self-doubt. But look, I'm willing to give anything a go. I have nothing to lose. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I love it. Willing to give anything a go.
For the most part.
For the most part,
yeah.
So if we were to head out to, say, a dog park now, you'd be willing to give that a go?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Well, shall we do that, Maddie? Sounds good. Let's go for a walk, hey? Okay, so we reached the dog park. Unfortunately, I was a little worried we might be too late. Turns out we are. Nat's a little relieved. Okay, I have an idea. Supermarket. Yep, we're gonna do it. Okay, I warned her before and she almost fell over. She's absorbed the idea a little bit now. Let's jump in the car and go. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're heading down to the shops. How you feeling, Nat?
I'd be lying if I said I was excited.
So this is one of the challenging environments because it's quite out of context to talk to people. Obviously in the shops, it is a great place that you're always there and there's always going to be people, men around. And so what we're going to sort of demonstrate today is that it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can literally be a simple question. It can literally just be something so basic that it doesn't have to even lead anywhere. It's just the fact that you gave it a go and that expanding those options in your mind. Hey, I can meet someone here if I want to. So that if you see someone there who, in the supermarket situation, you go, oh gee, it'd be great to meet him, you know that's a possibility. So Nat, you were just saying, I found this really interesting, one thing that's not written in the parenting books.
Yeah, so I found that never did I read anywhere how difficult it can be to be a full-time parent when you're an introvert, because when you're an introvert you need that alone time to like
on your own.
You just have to really take advantage of like nap time, and like school pickup is the perfect time to have that alone time. So I really look forward to pickup time because I'm on my own. I can listen to whatever music I want or whatever podcast I want.
So I'm going to get you to give me a little challenge as well. So whether it's talking to someone or whether it's just saying hi, or if you could have me ask them a question. Just say, hi, how's it going? Whatever your little thing is. Maybe you have a think about that, and that way I can just get myself rejected, show it's no big deal. So just watch that, and then we can give you a go.
Yep.
So let's head on in. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, chocolate. You grabbed the kettle, right? Oh, you didn't grab the kettle? What did you grab? No. Okay, would you recommend snack or peppermint? Snack? Okay. Hey, before you go, you probably gathered this already, but I'm actually asking you questions about chocolate because I thought you were cute and I wanted to know if you were single.
No, I'm actually shopping for me and my boyfriend.
Okay, that's all right. Have a great night.
Hi, how you going? Can I ask you a question? Do you know much about health, like healthy, what would be the better option?
Between what?
Between like white, brown, wholemeal, brown? Alright, cool. I didn't stop you to ask you about it. I just thought you were cute.
Oh. So, I think we missed my footage there. We didn't quite catch it. It was basically me asking about chocolate. We've got a little bit of audio there which we can probably play for you. Girl either wasn't interested or I was a bit forward, my approach didn't quite make her comfortable enough. Whatever it was, it's fine. That happens all the time. It's more important we take the action. Nat here, holy shit, give me a high five. How are you feeling?
Relieved it's over.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I mean, happy I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. What did it teach you, or what did you notice?
Talking about bread is never a good pickup line. But I mean, the world's not crashing down. Like it happened. I'll get over it.
And it's not about even picking a person up. It's about, hey, I want to talk to that person, or in this case, it was more manufactured. But hey, I want to meet that person. The dude had headphones on. What'd you do? Tap him and?
No, I don't think I tapped him, but I think I just gave him a signal and he.
Yeah. The guy had headphones on, right? If that's someone that you really want to meet in a supermarket, you don't die wondering.
No, exactly.
Now, right? And you were direct with it as well, without being, it's hard to imagine you going too forward and being too much, but you obviously didn't do that. Amazing job.
Nice.
Let's do it. Let's get back to the house.
It can be quite different when a guy approaches a girl as opposed to the other way around, because just typically females, if they're just going to the shops, minding their own business, it can feel a little bit threatening when a guy just kind of randomly comes up to you and asks you about chocolate and all that stuff. It can be a bit off-putting, but I think typically guys are a bit more accepting of that, less threatening.
Yeah, and it's such an important point that, if you're wanting the guy to come over to you, this doesn't just apply in the shops or wherever you might be. This applies in pubs, this applies wherever you go, that it's hard. Like, I'm going up to that woman, she doesn't have any idea who I am. And as a big guy who's going up to talk to her, the moment I open her mouth, the first instinctual question is who is this? What does he want? Am I safe?
Yeah, exactly.
And something as simple as, if one of those women looks up at me, makes eye contact, smiles, I'm like, this is so much easier now. As opposed to like having to sum up all my courage, I'm like, okay, I can do this. She'll at least say hi and be okay.
Yeah. So
really be conscious of your energy, and that's why things like eye contact and smiling are so important.
Ever done anything like that before?
Never.
No.
No.
And what was I guess was it as scary as it seemed before? Obviously there was a lot of build up and like a lot of nerves and, oh God, what am I doing here? Your face for like the half an hour before was kind of a bit deer in headlights. Was it worth getting that worked up over?
No, the anticipation is definitely the worst.
Much worse than the actual.
And just because I'm a little bit empathetic, like I could feel his maybe slight embarrassment or, you know.
Yeah.
So that was hard, but I mean, glad I did it.
And a big thing is taking responsibility for other people's emotions, which a lot of empaths do, which in this situation you can't do. You've got to take the actions in your life that you want to take. It's kind of like me not approaching a woman that I want to meet for fear of making her feel uncomfortable. Like, what if I get a bad reaction? When, okay, well, I'm still entitled to do that. And what if she loves it? Like, she might love the fact, or she might look uncomfortable at the time or feel uncomfortable at the time, and then go home and be really flattered and be like, oh my God, this like guy made my day because he said he noticed me. So you've got to have your boundaries in place and make sure that you're not taking responsibility for the emotions of the people you're meeting, because you don't know what those emotions will be. They might be awkward at the time and then love it later. They might love it at the time and then think it was awkward later, or a combination of any of the above. What's important is that you do in your life what you're responsible for, and go after what you want. It's a great example. You know, two introverts go out, push each other to do that one thing that they're both nervous about. And this is why, if you are an introvert, check out the introverts video. I'll pop it in the description below. This is why it is so important that you do have that accountability person, that accountability buddy there, because that person will push you. And if she says, hey, that guy's hot, no, go and talk to him. Oh, it'll probably be awkward. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. Go and talk to him, and you have that person there to really push you. And yeah, that's what you can have with a accountability buddy.
That's right.
So thank you so much for coming in and sharing your time with us.
That was fun.
Nat, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Let
me know what you think. Pop your thoughts in the section below, comments, thoughts, etc. I'd love to hear what you think. Isn't that freaking so lovely? Her story's incredible. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the big red subscribe button with the little bell as well, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye.
Bye.